Geniuses on the attacking side, and we're already set up for a clash towards tower. Asuna getting stunned up, has to take a step back, and Xander is the first to fall. Icy on the swing, not connecting, but Derek does. Utility already reigning supreme the way of Evil Geniuses. This is a textbook start. They could not ask for much more than this.
Yeah, Cryo's gonna have to pull out some heroics with this Chamber Dig, but he won't connect, and now EU, he's left in a 1v5. Just get as many as he can. Its current meta is having a Sentinel player that is willing to take the fight.
A couple of kills traded at the beginning of the round. Again, aggression from 100 Thieves towards being rewarded for it. As they do have the numbers advantage.
There's only 2 players of 100 Thieves on this site. Numbers in favor of EG, but they decide to freeze, and now with the positioning on the actual A side, this is going to be hard to break through. Oh, with that spot, maybe that rechargeable utility can come up, you can punish.
I think 100 Thieves are doing a really good job of taking away some space, too. I mean, they still have Presence B. Northern side's being flushed out, and Derek swings his way into the 6th kill. 13 seconds left.
They're going to get
just
the
now
spike
making
down.
their way out to the site. Again, Cryo's going to be the first line of defense. How much can he get? Nothing. Not even able to stop the plant. So the spike will go down, and all of a sudden, the possibility, the prospect of a bonus is at their doorstep. EG sitting pretty. EU and Xander left to try to salvage this mess of a situation.
And you still have the Teo missiles. You have another breach stun. I mean, he's used 3.
This round feels secured. I mean, as soon as there's a tap, Derek drops his utility. I don't know how 100 Thieves get through this. Forget about the tap. They do it proactively as the time continues to dwindle down.
EU has to come up huge here.
He's got to solve this problem. He's already gotten 1 kill. Spike continues to tip away. Xander not
Again
even
here for EG. 100 Thieves getting proactive in A main this time.
aggressive stun, and there's a crunch. Armageddon dropped to try to provide some cover on the other side. He's dead.
He's cooked.
He had nowhere to go. Boosty will watch the rest of this round.
Ooh.
Now, there's still a little bit of fight behind this Spark. They have Stingers, they have the Headhunter, and they've got Asuna who's coming online. Again, the numbers advantage. 400 Thieves. The last time it did not go favorably, but that's 3 for the Duelist, dashing around looking for the last. Concealed by the smoke. Oh no. Oh, right.
Clear out Cryo's chamber. He's getting aggressive here, though.
Boy, the tables turn real quick in a game like
nasty.
Valorant. You think about the start that 100 Thieves had. It was dreadful. But now you've got Cryo wide swinging and just diffing people.
You have Asuna running it down here, but he has so much support from his team.
Nature in a really nice spot. They're fully committing onto this. There's not a lot of follow-up, though. And he's just by himself.
Yeah. That EG member is able to sneak up onto the B site, and now
All right,
they're in a good spot, but Spike is so far away.
This is an awkward spot here because you can try to accelerate and crunch on Yu, who's playing by himself, or Spike rotates back A, but they decide to try to play around their numbers and hunt him down. He's feeling the walls closing in, but Cryo over his shoulder there to help. What a shot from EU. Connecting onto the second, lands onto Derek, leaving things in a 1v1. Spike just out of reach. No armor for Superman. He's got to know that Cryo's close by. He's been on a heat.
Too over eager with numbers up. Fast A main control here and a bit of a passive setup from 100 Thieves.
Icy's cooked, man. The response from Boostio with his ult was perfect. And now, re-aggressing 3 for Boostio.
And they're gonna do a little bit of a jump start there.
Derek committing to it, 2 points away from his ult. Yay, 1 off of his.
Placing swamp grenade.
Good mollies on the Spike too to delay.
Spacing here is big. Depending on how they swing out, Derek's not going to see any of them.
Yeah.
Pushing up into spawn, concerned with where that's coming from.
He's in such a good
Realizing
spot.
now, 2 spotted, yay. Can you imagine those comm coming through, waiting for the right time to swing, the right time to peek. Armageddon going to flush him out of the corner. Derek not able to connect onto anything as Boosty has 4 on the round.
Handle. Let's see if this KJ ultimate can get any value. It's aggression again from Asuna.
Getting a bit more than he bargained for there. But third time is the charm, or so they say. As he is able to counter some of that back. He's now playing so far on the other side of the map. I think concerned with the potential of a rotate around, but the site is all Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, this is going to be a very hard
Spike
retake.
planted.
Cryo's going to have to find at least Icy here. He's the only player that's one shot to this Outlaw. It's a fast retake, though. This is very good from 100 Thieves.
That's a really good nade. Icy managing to dodge the flames, licking around his ankle, staying alive. But it's a dangerous game he plays. Again, Xander looking to go aggressive, not concerned about the defuse, wanting to try to take those fights.
I think that Molly misses.
Oh, that's just off the mark. Again, dancing with fire. Xander's just gonna hold it, or at least try to. Got it to half. Yay on the swing. Yay gets two. A 1v1 now with Nature waiting on the other side. The flash to buy a little bit of time. Cryo, not enough there. Yeah, no one's home. That little guy goes.
Oh, he sees him.
We've seen this look a couple of times here where Asuna's just dashing out towards Spawn
So confident with it.
and finding success. That's one kill found. One name claimed, looking for more. Derek succeeds as Asuna still playing towards sand.
Yeah, he needed to hit that, Doug.
Yeah, he did. Oh, to distinguish the site, and again, Asuna going aggressive, pops the ult, and pops Derek too. Things have fallen apart for Icy very quickly. Oh, stop me if you've heard this before. Asuna goes aggressive, but this time there's a trade.
He just doesn't care right now. Showstopper pop to confirm that site. No one at the other end of it, though. We've seen how good EG are in these post plants when they're up numbers.
And there's certainly that.
Yeah,
Yay has a Marshall. Derek with a Ghost, but full site control.
Launching smoke.
Spike planted.
Remember, there's no go button here. Asuna is dead.
Yeah, and you still have an operator in play too. This is a very difficult retake. It's maybe one that you might want to concede, or maybe Crowd just drop the op. Go in with that Headhunter.
Yeah, they've got money.
Exactly. I mean, they should definitely be doing damage right now.
Or at least attempting to, and that's exactly what 100 Thieves are going to reckon with. Xander on the swing, spotting two, and not connecting on any of them. EU, the last one standing. And I don't know that he's going to get anything done here.
Very, very difficult to come back into that round after being down 2 players so early on. I think first like 15 seconds of the round.
I mean, the round is basically lost
Yeah,
at that point.
there's not much to work with there
Right.
for the remaining 3 members, but
Thrifty.
wanting to die by the sword is 100 Thieves.
And you've got the ult from Cryo. Yay, waiting on the other side. Pushed back by the crunch.
There's no place to play there.
No.
I'm out of here.
He wasn't allowed to play the round.
That utility was insane. I mean, the way that they're using this Neon to just run it down.
The op has been dropped, and it's full acceleration towards B. They managed to control out of the site. Keep an eye on the use ult. As you mentioned just a couple of moments ago, the Brimstone's going to cause some problems, too. Xander finding just enough space to stay alive, and now the Armageddon in play. Are you kidding me?
It doesn't quite hit the mark, though.
Just barely staying alive. Between a rock and a hard place, and the kills erupt the way of...
And
First
Icy with
smokes
that
come
nade.
through. Yeah, Austin is already all the way up tower. Icy smoked out of it. They have to get the site up, but there's nowhere for them to go. Well done by Derek to clean up Xander and alleviate some of that pressure.
1 for 1 now. No smokes from either side.
They're gonna
Everything
want to go.
fading.
Bro, they're gonna want to go. It's been the MO this entire time! Huge from Icy! Bucio's left in a 1v4, and that was the first time where it really felt like they were punished by some of that aggression.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, hold on. It's easy.
And they're
to pick
picking
up.
the site that has 3 members here. Not only that, there's a massive gun advantage. That doesn't always work out, though, and we're already seeing some of that in play. Xander getting the first, Nature on the trade. This
Flurry.
is getting messy.
Yeah, Flurry back and forth now.
They have a Spectre and a Marshall. Oh, that's big from Cryo. Managing to stay alive. This one has got out of hand, but Derek gets 3. Trying to drag this thing over the finish line. Xander weak. Derek upgrading a weapon. That's bold, that's dangerous. He's got so much to do here. Salvo's just now coming back up online. Maybe try to provide a little cover, but he's guessing. And unfortunately for him, unfortunately for EG, he's guessed incorrectly. Xander fully on the wrap. Upgrades a weapon as well.
Phantoms on the side of 100 Thieves as well.
Dude, Icy just lost all of it.
Oh,
This is falling apart for 100 Thieves, or for Evil Geniuses, excuse me, very quickly. Icy on the trade, Cryo down, Armageddon used, Xander dancing around the smokes, claiming more. Now Derek's left.
showstopper of Cryo.
Icy has the op, and he's the one posted up. But again, if they lose this crunch, there's serious trouble here. Nature holding the line, getting one back. He's swinging to EU, and he'll take it again. Now the Rolling Thunder, Asuna knocked up, trying to get away, trying to jump to his life, and fails.
Right there.
100 Thieves, they need to even the score. They're doubling up, trying to get another pick going their way. But 2 players towards this side of the door. Derek as well, able to swing.
Xander left in 1v4.
Side of 100 Thieves. Yeah, he is smoked off. He's going to jump through this smoke and try to get value.
With an op?
I mean, Nature's on an island, man.
He's gonna have to hold on, and so far he's done that. You were just singing his praises, answering the call for his team as he gets a second.
One enemy remains.
Another 3-piece.
Right on cue.
And it's not like they didn't know he was there. Asuna just trying to clear out everything, not expecting the wide swing from Nature on the left side of sight. Cryo is left all alone, and
30
he's been
seconds.
great, but he's gonna have to turn into a demon if he wants to win this one. He does get the first, Doug.
3 more names to claim. And not a single pixel given. Ton of discipline out from Evil Geniuses here.
10 seconds.
Plenty of other teams would overheat into this and swing one by one and die. Cryo manages to get the spike down, but
Didn't see the turret that's set up watching Dish.
Superman, you have no way out of here. You're digging your heels in. You've got to land this shot. And he does. Traded right back, though, but damage has been dealt. 100 Thieves cracking the site wide open. There are no defenses left. Everyone else from
30
Evil
seconds
Geniuses
left.
is towards A. EA now arriving at the scene of the crime.
Planted.
Held back by the smoke for now.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for Nature here. It really comes down to this EU Nature head-to-head.
Oh, he didn't wait at all. And he gets a kill into Boostio. A dink out. Nature still healthy enough to fight.
Player standing.
But Ye falls, of course, at the hands of Cryo.
And they can break this ultimate as well.
This is a difficult situation for Nature, but he's gonna have to deliver once more. Does the captain have any magic left? 9 bullets left, time running short, health not much better off. And he's gonna get a challenge from EU, who's the weaker one, but as the time dissipates,
Unwinnable.
yep, there's no way through space. They're fully playing off-site.
Yep.
Ye's the only one close by. And so this is very reminiscent of what we saw in the bonus. Remember, they wanted to scale up and take these fights to EG.
No Brimstone ult used, no delay. The spike is planted. All utility is gonna be for the retake. These players in A main have to come up huge, but Cryo's been so sharp.
Ye never had a shot. That's already one name down. When do you pull the trigger on that? Boostio falls, Cryo on the swing as Derek gets another. Now Orbital Strike in play. Cryo trying to get 2, only finds 1. EU's left to
This showstopper could open up an opportunity. EG are getting active here. Superman, what are you doing?
overheating a little bit as Cryo gets another. This map on the balance, Icy getting 2. Trying to connect onto the third, but it's EU who claims the name. And just when it seemed like Evil Geniuses were in a spot to fight back, it all gets invested, and it all goes the way of the attack. Now it's 100 Thieves who have the ult advantage. Now it's 100 Thieves who have the money advantage. But they still have guns. There's still a chance at this thing. Icy playing really far up. Another ult invested with no follow-up. And so Cryo and EU can play this really far back.
What a 180. This is a real world in which Nature falls right there. Again, bailing out EG, evening the numbers now, but the silent walk-up.
It's forcing the defense of Evil Geniuses to spread out a little bit more, and all of a sudden there's a 4v2 on B.
Derek's gonna have to come up huge here. There is supporting utility from Nature here. He has the stun pulled out.
There's a lot he's gonna have to deal with. Stunts traded, time bought. but space gained. Nature now falls. Derek flushed out, tries to connect onto the shots and falls at the hands of Xander. EG pushed,
Spike planted.
but 100 Thieves don't break. Now 4v2 to settle this thing. Yeah, he's gonna have to dance around the ult, dance around Boostio. Supa left in 1v4 with the Guardian in hand, and that might just do it. Xander.
He's the forefront, but he's going up against that head-to-head.
He's got the TP back, but it's not gonna have a chance to use it this round. EU spamming through the smoke, getting the kill.
Yeah, that's not even his fault. And now you have to pivot towards that A site where there's a trap setup with Neon, with Omen Paranoia.
There's no way through. There's the Paranoia, there's the stun. So you can't go garage. You're just gonna have to call his way through this. And it seems like he might be picking the wrong site. Two members here see all of the utility. Cryo, human, completely whips onto Nature there. 10 seconds left, the spike's still not committed, and there's still a lot of defensive presence here. The shots come through, the spike hits the ground.
No time.
And there is no time.
Player standing.
You're gonna have to frag your way through this.
We were talking about how Powder likes to ante. This is the ante, but they line up for Icy Doug.
It was 100 Thieves who was playing in the smoke. Icy able to deal a little bit of damage with that
Forward
outlaw.
here. Not getting bonus this time around.
Player standing.
Cryo not able to connect. The side is theirs, the spike will go down.
Aggression. They, Potter does prep work herself, understanding that 100 Thieves have been neural theft would be very good.
Superman's the only one through. Between all the utility dumped A main, they were segmented off, and Superman was left to die. Icy in a really good spot, able to connect onto the first. The transfer,
No. You have to contact again here, but Asuna is trying.
you have no smokes to hold the line. There's nothing to get you across here, and so they're just gonna walk into their crosshairs. Big from Derek though.
Revealing area.
Still a 2v1. Doesn't have spike in hand. 100 Thieves decide gonna have to come up huge here for Evil Geniuses. He will have the dart online. He has his Sova ultimate, but he taps the spike.
And that might be
Scanning ahead.
the fatal move. 10 seconds left. And they know where he is now. He's flashed up off the swing, realizing he's gonna have to deal with both sides. Gets this one, he's gonna get into a 1v1. He's gotta get the kill before the time runs out! And he can't.
Really good call. It's gonna have to be a retake from 100 Thieves.
Icy getting a little high ground, showing off some of that mobility as Cryo steps Nature into his den and gets the kill.
Seconds left.
How much more can they do? EU just completely destroys Icy as he tries to take an aggressive peek back sight. Now a 2v2 is EU still dancing around. Ye's there to save it. Cryo 1v2. The hero for 100 Thieves in the previous map in a position to deliver again. Guessing for where the other player might be. Meanwhile, Derek is droning up C, but
Here's that walk.
space has already been denied. Flash not gonna connect, still able to get one. Icy on the trade, EU gets away.
There.
Oh, look at this from Xander. Taking things into his own hands, making the play.
TP's past the trip. Do they
seconds
know
left.
he's there? A lot of things to consider. Icy dealt with. That flash not gonna connect. Derek has to go big again.
Teleport stopped.
How much more can Xander do? Behind enemy lines as Evil Geniuses are trying to scale up. Look at how far up Ye is. These two, this fight, B window probably decides this. Meanwhile, you've got a lot of presence coming into A link.
Player standing.
Both kills going the way of 100 Thieves. This A main fight. Asunu's already so far up though. The shock arrives in time. The delay is there. He's got to connect the shots and Icy cannot deliver.
Come here.
Just 1 for 1 again. This time it's the duelist that get taken out.
Smoke goes down. Kills go through. Cryos are there.
Good spam from
I
Derek
know
there to take out that
exactly
shield of cryo cells.
What do you do with this ult here?
Off your feet!
They're just gonna full send it with that breach ultimate. It's gonna be a post plant v retake. Classic Haven gameplay here.
Cryo has his ult. Does he pop it here?
He has no shield though. I mean, he has to. All his team entries in.
Oh, it didn't connect.
What?
A swing and a miss. Yay, not though. Kills traded back and forth this entire round, settling into a 2v2. With suspense building and the spike ticking away, Ye's gonna get challenged in hell. And that's home ground for him. Connects on.
Xander with the paranoia here.
Oh, I love the adjustment out from Superman. But they were both stunned. Asuna swinging his way in with a Spectre.
One enemy remaining.
It's a whirling dervish, A-Main. And it's 100 Thieves who walk out on top.
The Stinger's so OP, man. How does he win that fight against a Vandal? Yeah, he has to deal with 3 members and Cryo with a shield. It's cooked.
Oh, take a look at that A-Main fight again.
Ye did decide to just lurk through. It's proactivity though. The
It's
Sova
an
ultimate.
adjustment. The Sova ult, the crunch down B long. And again, it's a 1-for-1. Ye pops his ult, tries to get a little bit of info on the defense.
I'm out of here.
They should know you're there. Asuna stays alive though. A drone to re-clear towards grass. They're gonna double down on A. Asuna's alone.
Ooh. There's a deposit of Icy here. This is something that's new, a new look from EG, and it does work.
One enemy remaining.
And of course, it's A where they find success.
Yep. Live or die by A
Spike
site.
planted.
But that one little change though, Ye being a part of the pack and Icy being the lurk this time around.
And yeah, Xander's close by. But for all intents and purposes, he's alone right now.
He's staying in, trying to outplay the drone. He's gonna get hit by that ultimate. Oh, he just dodges it.
There's a lot of help here. I mean, you're gonna have them TP out onto site, fully committing onto this C hit. Reinforcements at the ready though for the defense. Last round of the half. Is that another whiffed ult?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. The paranoia's gonna connect onto 2 though. Asuna popping his ult and immediately dropped. As Evil Genius is
Already a fast-paced aggression into the B site. They're gonna have this for free, and EG,
it's a fake.
it's a fake. But listen, Doug, EG have struggled with retaking on this map. You saw that the most against Furia.
The trip gets caught. Now you know it's a split towards C. There's a lot to deal with here, Furia, and he cannot fight back. Derek might be next up on the menu, but a really nice shot
Spike planted.
onto one duelist. Almost connects onto the second.
Jeez.
That dink is brutal.
Good damage done. I don't know if it's going to be enough here, though. All 3 members are grouping up in this garage. That cam is going to see them.
I like that smoke down long to suggest that that might be where they're coming from, but all presence garage.
You still have paranoia?
This late in the round, that's insane. Now they know where they all are. You mentioned that Evil Geniuses have struggled on retakes, and that might continue to be the case. Superman and Nature, side by side. Settling numbers down. Xander gets it down to 1. Cryo 22 HP. Time is short on the swing. Derek and Icy having to give some of the space back up. Meanwhile, Cryo crunching in from short. And again, it's a lot of misdirection out from 100 Thieves. Both duels making a ton of noise while the rest of the team and the Spike are going elsewhere. Cam now cleared. Side is theirs.
Post-plant positions are going to be set up here as well, and Cryo is still in spawn. He's going to meet these players pushing through A shortly here.
No shield this time.
Still.
You're not expecting him here, man. What? Because why would your duelist still be back here?
Yeah. 100 Thieves are making this map so chaotic for EG's defense.
Yeah, this is what, 2 rounds now where we've seen both duelists just make a ton of noise and that not be where the hit's headed.
It was the same story on that Fracture as well. I mean, maybe not the chamber so much, but Asuna himself on that Neon is dragging so much gravity. EG kind of feel like they have to deal with them.
No more meddling.
I mean, I think it's a reasonable thing to expect. When you've got your Neon, there's a lot of presence B here. It's like they're expecting it. Superman up top, Nature down low, 2 kills found.
Spike down mid.
I mean, those 2 alone may have just won them the round. Barring heroics, barring a miracle from EU.
Not worried. Now it's obvious though. Here comes the
30
hit.
seconds left.
Oh, he stuck it. Oh, he stuck it. But can't connect the shots. Nature gets the best of him. Cryo pops the ult. Icy waiting on the other side. That's snappy. And now the Spike in disarray as it rotates back A. A ton of space has been taken by Boosty. He's got to win that fight out. Now Ye might be the one to secure it. 9 seconds left, playing behind the cage. He's got to try to stop the defuse, and he can't. Rolling Thunder through, Spike now down. 3v3 as Nature swings back out, trying to reclaim the site. And of course, if Cryo keeps things even, it's gonna have to be Derek. It's gonna have to be a clutch. He's gotten it down to 1, but Cryo's waiting up the other side. It's just wild.
Yeah.
Here's the op that you mentioned. The knee spotted, and the life taken.
Not ready for an operator at the other end of that.
Boosty's gonna eat a flash. Really nice use of the cage there to buy him a little bit of time, but the spam connects. Wall now up. Both duelists with Spike in hand. Just a tap, waiting for the fight. Ult now drawn out too.
It's good delay though, but the spike will still be planted. Now, this is where EG struggle, but they have numbers advantage like crazy. Proactivity.
Oh, that's gorgeous! The decay off of the ult! This is a 3v5 that they've likely secured. That's perfect! A fantastic display.
I don't even blame EG for that. That's just a great heads-up play from Hex. 2 players right away. Insta-killed. No chance, Doug.
Because as they've taken all of this space, down too long, EG have, when's the call to rotate back A? No info B. Now you've got Nature rotating over.
It just feels like it's going to be an uphill battle for EG right now with the weaponry that they have.
Supa has his ult. Maybe a reposition after showing some space. The trip has been cleared, so they know there's at least some flank on the other side. It's Icy who's caught again. Once again into this fight, and it's once again a win by Cryo. Nature, yay, left to try to pull a rabbit out of a hat, and they can't.